insults news now. Listen up, you arsehole. And if just to get a sense of where Britain is as a country, if people do want to immigrate to it, Andy, the crime of insulting someone through words or behaviour is apparently to be dropped in the UK. It was a crime which once led to, among other things, the arrest of a student for asking a police officer if his horse was gay. Now, clearly, Andy, that is a ludicrous arrest. That wasn't necessarily an insult. The student may have just known another gay horse and may have wondered whether the two horses would like to go on a horse date. Maybe go eat some gay hay somewhere together. But the House of Lords has issued a statement scrapping the ban on insulting words in Britain, and the House of Commons have said that they will not seek to overturn it. And this all goes back to Section 5 of the Public Order Act of 1986.
Oh, what a section that is.
What a section. It currently states that threatening, abusive or insulting words or behaviour may be deemed a criminal offence. Now, unfortunately, the problem with that is that that is a description of how most British people choose to communicate with each other nowadays. Most families in the UK show their affection for one another through threatening, abusive or insulting words and behaviour. You and I, Andy, have basically built a lifelong friendship from those actions. Now,
that's right, you
This law does not acknowledge, Andy, that our language in Britain has evolved, or devolved, to the point that some people use some of the most offensive words in the English language as terms of endearment. Do you, Beth, take this Anthony to be your stupid f***ing husband? Oh, I do! I do!
Well, it's better that, you communicate through verbal insults such as this, rather than, the royal family used to communicate through massive world wars with each other's countries. So, it's a step forward.
Theresa May, the Home Secretary, said, I respect the review taken by their lordships. They had concerns which I know are shared by some in this House that Section 5 encroaches upon freedom of expression. Now, there's always a careful balance to be struck between protecting our proud tradition of free speech and taking action against those who cause widespread offence with their actions. She said that the government had supported the retention of the word insulting to prevent people swearing at police officers, protesters burning poppies or similar scenarios. But the problem is, Andy, that is exactly the kind of time when you need the retention of insulting words. If someone is burning a poppy, it's very important that you retain the right to call them a if not then, when, Andy? Plus, the English language has been forged over centuries by exquisitely articulate insults. Shakespeare once wrote that thou hast no more brain than I have in mine elbows. Winston Churchill compared Charles de Gaulle to a female llama who has been surprised in the bath. I don't quite get the reference from Big Winston there, but it sounds insulting, even though it just also insinuates that Winston Churchill had seen a female llama in the bath. He certainly seemed pretty confident in his point of reference there, so to be fair, I think that insult asks more questions than it actually answers.
It does suggest that the Germans might have been using pantomime llamas as spies in the war.
The point is, insults are an important part of our national dialogue, Andy, and they cannot be taken away from us, you
Well, if it was a crime at the time, I want the names and addresses of all 400 people who were in the Manchester Comedy Store December the 22nd, 2002.